Welcome to Girls Guts Glory,
the broadcast.
Did someone say broads?
Previously on the broadcast.
Earth of Eno,
Thank
Earth
you.
of Out, and Earth of Earth. One of you.
What
is
he
one of them.
said.
What do you know about the witch?
I think the three of us need to be together.
You guys begin this journey in the hopes of finding this long-lost sister. You're eating all the snacks that are really still that poor old Miriam made for you as you're skipping through the forest. You're holding on to this, this stick, this device that's telling you to move in a certain direction where you're trying to find this creature to execute it and kill it, essentially, at the request of your third sister. Hetty is just enjoying your company, tra-la-lying along with you. He brought some of his mead, in that infamous sleepy mead.
Darling, I love the mead.
Yes, it's mead. But he gives you some of it if you're trying to doze off at night. You spend the next few days traversing the forest. It's not easy. There are times when you feel like you have a lead, you fall asleep, the marker kind of flaps around in your hand, Druzilda, and the direction changes and shifts. It's clear that these things are moving. They're entities, they're beings, and they don't like to stay in one place very long. They might be foraging, they might be making other deals. You don't know what these creatures are like, but you're trying to find one of them as best as you can. So over the next 3 or 4 days, you also catch that stake that you had originally used on Celine, it's kind of pulsing. It has like a little bit of energy. It's coming back very slowly, day by day by day. You have a feeling that maybe it will have just enough energy to use one time more. So, as it's kind of charging up, and as you guys spend the days, let's just get a couple glimpses into the days as you're foraging through the forest and trying to find this creature. One is with Hetty fully posed and requesting Lettie to draw him, like Kate Winslet.
Darling, you need to just...
More open?
Don't do that open, darling.
no.
I see the whole world.
No,
But wait,
too much.
put your arm, drape it across your forehead, like so. She draped her head across. Like so.
I love
and
it.
then sparkle your eyes. I need you to what they call smizing.
Okay.
I need you to smile with the eyes. It's smize. Yes, blink, wonderful, got it, yes, love it.
Like he opens his eyes wide and then peels, like beauty is pain kind of thing, and puts sparkles in his eyes, so it hurts and he's burning and he's crying. He's like, is this what you like? I think I'm going to look great, right?
That's commitment, darling.
Thank you. So you guys, a little glimpse into that. Any other little scenes?
Druzilda, you have twigs in your hair.
There's nothing wrong with twigs in your hair.
It's okay. I will get them out. And I start picking the twigs out of her hair.
With the spiders on it.
Spiders?
Sorry. Druzilda's chewing energy gum that she found because she ate onions in the wild. Doesn't like the taste.
Oh, is that why your eyes are so teary?
Yes.
Darling. Poor thing.
I just don't want spiders. Also, Druzilda has been experimenting one afternoon with microdosing. That little potion that she found. Just to see if it'll open up some third eye, something to give her a little extra knowledge.
I'm gonna say you're trying so hard not to use it. It has different flavor textures. You can tell this thing is chaotic. If you're trying really hard to glean that one place, you're gonna have to probably spend quite some time on and use one of those whole potions, maybe even 2 of them, on just your scientific study. So it's your choice if you wish to spend the next 4 or 5 days trying to kind of distill its essence so you can go back to that place that you went to.
Well, I want to know, while I was under that thing, was it just fun and novel, or was there any sort of meaning behind it? I could find something, it could be useful instead of just fun rainbow magic tricks.
It's hard to tell. It felt like a dream that was, and you were awake. It was otherworldly, really. It was almost as if you went someplace that isn't real but was. It was, but everyone's saying, you blinked out of existence for 10 seconds. So it's you're computing it. It was essentially a semi, out of body experience.
Okay, so on one of the nights, Druzilda's talking with her sister Celine, being like, okay, so I'm thinking
could you twin this potion somehow and we can both take it and maybe we could travel to wherever it is together and maybe we could, I don't know, learn something. I just feel like this potion's being wasted.
We also don't know if that is the same potion that you took last time.
We don't know.
We have no idea what
But
it
what
is.
if it's even better?
But what if
These
it's
are the
worse?
things that plague me.
What if it's worse?
Ah. So that discussion happens every night.
And you guys are having like deep philosophical questions about like space and time and energy and like planes. It's like a wild conversation. You could essentially write a book about it one day.
And for the record, we have not yet taken it, but debated it back and forth, like I said, every night.
Yes, you're having these very like deep discussions about cosmology and like the world tree and like all this stuff. So as you guys are talking about all of it, I want to get a quick glimpse into maybe Rekid just hanging out in the corner. I'm gonna say he pulls Starla aside and has a quick chat with you. Like as you get, he's whittling. He's trying to whittle as good as you do. I'm just not like good with this stuff, you know.
I mean, you'll get better. You just gotta keep trying, you know?
I'm good with my hands in some ways, but like tattoos mostly. I'm not used to whittling.
Yeah, I mean, it's different because this is like real, like, there's more dimensions to it.
Do you think anybody loves me here?
Oh, Rekid.
I'm sorry, I said it bluntly, state it. You guys like kind of got me out of nowhere and like asked me to join you, like, you know, like, no, I haven't really asked anybody formally to the dance or anything, but like, I just don't want to be rejected, so just try to figure it out.
Isn't he going with Druzilda and Celine? We established that we would be his dates.
Yeah, you guys asked him out on a date in
Yeah.
like the last couple episodes.
Well, I mean,
I think he's struggling, right? Oh, you're right, but I think he's struggling with like the idea of being two people's dates. Like, we'll say he's kind of dancing with the insecurity.
I mean, is there anyone that you love here?
Buck's great. Buck's really nice, and he's really cuddly.
Yeah, but I mean...
Yeah, I love him. He's great.
I mean, I love Buck too, but that's a different type of love. What kind of love are you looking for, Rekid?
Here's the thing. I thought maybe there were sparks. But I think it was more clammy hands, and it didn't go the way I was expecting, so I'm feeling a little insecure. You know, like I feel like the two sisters kind of like asked me to be both of their dates out of pity or something. Like, you know, how am I supposed to split myself in two? I can't love two sisters. And what, you know, it's like, it feels friendly. It feels friendly. I'm gonna be blunt.
I mean, well, we all love you in a very friendly manner.
Okay, that's
I can
something.
give you that.
I like friends.
Yeah, we're your friends.
I mean, Celine won't stop talking about Cobalt, and then Druzilda won't shut up about that incubus. And he like looks over, and Druzilda's just like, can I just get a glimpse of you talking about the incubus?
I mean, I'm just saying, he kind of reminded me of the red genie in that one hallucinatory film I believe that Mum played for us. The one who was evil in the sand dunes. There was a magic lamp.
She's tripping. That's just all from her
Clearly
experience.
describing Jafar.
She's talking about this like trippy sequence in like film, and Celine, you think she's just going on a drug rant.
I think you have some things you need to work on as far
I
as...
swear I haven't been microdosing.
You have terrible taste in men.
Darling, you're telling me I have
vampire.
terrible taste.
How's Lettie? She just butted her head.
He was not a vampire when we were together. He was the sweetest, nerdiest little
I
man.
thought he was a jock.
Not until he became a vampire. He was all about reading and poetry and sweet little...
Should I be about reading and poetry? What should I be doing?
I
Celine,
mean,
Celine likes that.
be yourself, you know? You just gotta,
I've tried.
Have you? You tried a little too hard, I feel like.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. You care so much about not caring about things that sometimes it's like, okay, Rekid, we know you have feelings. We've seen them.
So I like...
We've seen those feelings. You can't hide them all the
care.
time. You need to care a little bit, you know?
Okay.
And you gotta be like open and honest, and if, you know...
And don't try too hard. See, I like called my, like, I talked to my parents. I was gonna get this whole like crystal chariot for you guys for the ball. But, you know, if I should call that off, that's too much.
I mean, that sounds awesome.
Oh, okay.
I think we would like that. But I mean,
okay.
but do it because you think it would be fun and not because you want to impress us.
Got it.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And he writes down "do not impress" on his hand. Like, very like,
I mean,
a clammy hand.
I'm gonna take a pen and I'm gonna put a little note that, like, the little like arrow up, and that says in between "do not" and "impress."
Yeah.
I'm gonna put "try too hard to impress."
And there's a moment, and he kind of leans for you, and he looks over, and Fahroot and Huck have been talking together in a corner nearby the fire quite a couple nights now. And he looks to you and he goes, "Yeah, it seems like maybe I need to take a note about how to, you know, talk to somebody. The two of them are kind of heading off, so it's..."
Then?
Yeah, Fahroot and Huck, they're getting real cozy. I mean, like, oh, do you see that?
Like hitting it off like.
Yeah, did you see that? Huck just touched Fahroot's knee, and Fahroot's feathers just went up on the back of his neck.
What?
You didn't see that from a distance?
No,
it's really clear that
I guess,
they're perfectly illuminated by the
Cool,
by the
good
fire.
conversation, bye.
Starla just kind of turns around and goes, and Carter just like whittles to herself.
Starla's gonna get in her bedroll and like put it over her head and like whittle like a little goblin.
No,
just frantically.
Bug kind of comforts you and cuddles with you as you do that. Fahroot and Huck, let's get that scene. Let's get that little glimpse into the two of you.
Okay, so I'm like trying to read this book about hags that I stole from the library, and there's like some information, but God, reading is awful hard when you didn't learn until you were 15.
I have to say, though, it was pretty heroic the way you swept in the other night with the book, and just the way that you pieced all of the pieces of this crazy puzzle together and took that initiative to go on your own and do some investigating. I mean, I was very impressed and...
I didn't, oh shucks, I didn't do nothing. I was just helping my friends, and
It just goes to show that, you know, formal schooling doesn't always mean that you're dumb. Like having...
That's right.
You know?
I'm not stupid.
You're not.
That's when that knee thing happened.
Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate hearing that, because a lot of people hear my accent and hear where I'm from and that I didn't go to school, and they, you know...
Well, I'm not going to lie to you. The first time I heard your voice, I did think that maybe there were a few cogs missing, but...
Yeah, it happens.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Thanks. I try real hard, and, you know, I learn a lot on the farm. It's just very specific to the farm. If I'd, you know, grown up fancy like everybody else here, then...
You see Lettie slowly, like, kind of slip into your conversation, like, arm outstretched. Hetty kind of mimics her on the other side.
And Lettie takes out one of her musical instruments, because, you know, bard and all, and starts playing a little tune while singing, and Hetty joins her.
Yes.
And this is what it sounds like. Don't you want to love each other? Don't you want to love?
What's going on?
Don't you want to hug and kiss? Look at signs from above.
What's happening?
Love, love.
And the trees, the leaves in the trees start to rustle. There's a wind that blows through.
Is there gonna be a typhoon or something?
Just do it. Kiss her.
Who's her?
Him.
What?
And then Fahroot just plants a kiss right on Huck's perfect little face.
And then Lettie as Hanselwachen just high fives Hetty. Yes, honey, yes!
Oh my God.
Druzilda's looking over at Starla.
Okay. Starla?
Starla doesn't see any of this because she's in her bedroll.
Okay.
Whittling.
Druzilda's relieved. Starla's in her bedroll.
So with this like final night, a few nights in, after that kiss, Druzilda, you take a moment, you look at Starla trying to see her reaction, but then that marker in your hand starts to kind of go crazy, and you have a feeling that the presence is actually pretty close. Now it's up and it's pointing very direct.
Oh dear, look.
It is It is night. It is around 11 p.m. at night, so it's dark, but you can feel it jutting. Like
Do we have a
there's something active.
campfire going?
Guys, you do have a
Okay,
campfire.
so we probably illuminated. What is going on over there?
It's got a mind of its own.
I think it's time. I think she's here.
Is it flying?
Let's get ready.
Or
I'm
is it just
pulling out my bow and
crazy?
arrow.
All right, so
I'm
you
going
guys,
to cast Mage Armor on myself.
You cast Mage Armor. Do you guys put out the fire, or do you want to snuff it out? Okay.
Well, wait, do we want light, though?
But I can't see in the
Yeah,
dark.
neither can
What's
I.
the condition of the moon?
I can see
roll
in
a quick survival check.
Okay. It's just a 8.
An 8. It's hard to tell right now. You're underneath a canopy of trees.
Okay.
You have a feeling you haven't been able to see the moon in some time. But Hetty, knowing this area very well and understanding the forest, he understands that right now the moon it's about half moon. So if we need the moonlight, we can probably try to find a clearing.
I'm going to give palm light to my friends.
Okay, so
I
you
also have dark
dump
vision.
light into each one of their hands, but you guys snuff out the fire, and I want a stealth check from everybody, please.
Can I also cast my primeval awareness to let me know
Yes, you may.
if there are any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within a mile? It doesn't tell me how many or their location.
Yes, you definitely pick up right now, imminently. There's some other creatures that are within this kind of space, but there's fae. There's
Fae.
You feel fae. You feel fae energy. You had felt that same energy, that fae energy, from this person before, remember? That same exact fae energy. Okay.
I got an 11.
An 11, okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
13.
Not bad, okay.
19.
19.
15.
And then Wreck-It also needs to roll.
I have a question.
Wreck-It's
for
a
you
little
when you
loud,
have
but...
a sec. When I was reading that book that I stole from the library on hags, did I get anything?
Oh, yeah, just roll a quick... we'll make it just a straight intelligence check, please.
Okay. Probably not with whatever this is. Probably like a. No. With a 3? No, absolutely.
But I
not.
will say this much: that you essentially accidentally grab like a fairy tale book about hags, and it tells you stories though. There's lore about how they work in threes sometimes, and how they entice people in and bring them in and promise them the world and make deals, but then kind of use these kids and creatures to their advantage. So it's all kind of lining up with the terms that you made, as well as maybe this person made that you've now discovered.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we need to separate them if we're going to get her.
I have an idea.
You guys keep quiet enough as your ears kind of perk up. You can hear cackling. You can hear some sort of talking. You guys take a moment. You can't hear the conversation. It's happening. It's low. Lettie, you cast comprehend languages
Yes,
to
I
understand.
do.
So you can understand. So you're like, shh, shh, shh. As you can hear a conversation, you hear this. Sisters, I think it's nearly time. The prom is tomorrow. As you can hear the three of them all talking. Those stupid children had no idea what they were in for, did they? No, but it's our time to take back what was once ours many, many, many years ago. We have things we need to bring. And you can hear them kind of all laughing once more. And they say, the eye, keep the eye nearby. Sisters, do not leave too quickly. One of them says, hush. And you guys all hold your breath. As but twig, for a moment I think I smelled a satyr. As the three of them begin to laugh. What do you guys want to do? It seems like there's three of them nearby, kind of probably within earshot, maybe 60 feet away.
I'm gonna grab my slingshot.
Okay.
And I'm
All
going
right.
to take a pebble off the ground and I'm going to shoot it into the air so that it flies far away from us into the forest.
Okay. I would love for you to roll. Let's make this a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Trying to get it perfectly over that arc.
14.
Okay. I would say it's not the perfect shot, but it's in the right direction. It's far enough that you won't cause problems. And as they kind of laugh and they cackle at this idea they smelled a satyr, they are quiet once more as they hear rustling from that very weighty pebble that you had picked up and tossed far away. They get quiet, and you can hear them go, shh, quiet. And you can hear them all kind of crinkling through the leaves nearby, one by one by one. I want you all to roll a perception check to see if you can see who's nearby.
I hate all my dice right
I got a natural 1.
No!
I did.
Okay.
It's true.
16.
Do you have the lucky feet?
No.
No.
Okay.
I took it.
18.
18, okay.
13.
13,
15.
15,
12.
12, and a 1. Okay.
Yep. So what happens to me?
So, I'll say here. You know what? I'm gonna roll a D100 because you've been testing out that potion.
Microdosing. Hold on.
Okay.
Have I been
Interesting
lying?
roll.
Have I been
Interesting roll. Interesting roll. You become invisible.
Oh, sweet!
For the next minute.
What? Sweet!
Yeah, you just become invisible. So what you guys see is you just see Druzilda disappear again.
Huck looks around panicked, like, is he
You
still hag?
do ruin one of those potions. It kind of dropped on the ground, and you're like, oops, and then you just disappear for a minute.
Druzilda, are you okay? Are you there?
She's
still
gone.
here.
You can hear her.
What? You guys can't see me?
No.
You're invisible. I'd better go ahead, get a good look on these people, and then I'll come back.
Do you want me to
I
go
don't know
with
how
you?
long
Yeah, we're
you
gonna stealth through you because we're
Yes,
real quiet
stealth
too.
with me.
Okay, we're gonna stealth with
Let's
you.
go.
Okay, so the three of us are gonna go.
So though you're not the eyes here per se, you kind of are because of your dark vision. You're able to whisper to these two little halflings here. Oh, what? You have dark vision, so you're able to see.
You do too. Oh.
Yeah, and you guys are kind of holding your breath, but you do see a clearing in the distance that Hetty's kind of pointing towards, like go in that direction. So. Druzilda takes both of your hands, invisible Druzilda, and leads you through the forest with her dark vision, but you guys
That's
become
Starla
the eyes.
and Huck.
So Starla and Huck, thank you. But you guys are the eyes. You take a moment, and you see these 3 gnarled, ancient-looking witches kind of dispersing about 30 feet or so from one another. You can hear them crackling through the forest. You see the one on the left dodge by a nearby tree, Druzilda. See another one on the right dodge by another tree. You guys hold on to that light spell in your hands. You guys don't want to let yourselves
My
be
glove is
seen.
on.
You hold on, but Druzilda's slowly and quietly relaying to you as she's invisible what she sees. From what you can tell, Druzilda, I want you to roll another perception check and to see if you can correctly figure out which one's which witch.
Which one's
Which witch is which?
Which witch?
Which witch is which?
Ooh, that's a 19.
Okay, though you rolled a 1 on your perception and you accidentally shattered one of your potions earlier, it did kind of benefit you in this moment. As you take a moment and you can see the one on the far left, that's one that you've interacted with before, and you actually know because she has transformed into that same beautiful spirit of the forest, that gorgeous fey creature, the one with the long brown hair and the perfect skin.
With the moonlight, am I able to see even just an outline of her?
It's very hard to see from here. I can have you roll a perception check with disadvantage right now.
Yeah,
you guys are really keeping quiet, staying in the dark.
I want to see if I can cast Hunter's Mark on her. 17.
Yeah, you can see the outline perfectly. The moonlight just hits her face enough that you catch this as Druzilda points in that direction. You
Hunter's
cast
Mark.
Hunter's Mark on her. All right, so you slowly dip back for a moment. They're kind of walking in the direction. They're about 60 feet away still. They're all circling around where Huck had shot that pebble. All right, so you guys were back in your little clearing nearby.
Do we go back to our friends?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You guys run back. You run back. A full minute has passed. You come back from invisibility.
So I believe
We found her.
we found her. The witch who we must kill to free our sister.
I also want to mention...
Did I get
with
that
this,
right?
you rolled a 19 or 17?
19.
19 or 17. You smelled something nearby. It was a weird scent. You picked up on an idea. You picked up on this too, Huck. That smell, that kind of like border, that reminded you of almost crossing into her territory a long time ago. You remember how things kind of twisted and twirled and things were kind of like an illusion? You have a feeling that there's like a swampier smell, a scent of decay, something cooking, and you think that maybe their home base is nearby.
Just let me know if I'm correct with this. Earlier when Lettie was listening to them, they said keep the eye nearby?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You don't know what that means, but...
So she's hiding in a tree. It's the really pretty one that we knew from earlier, with the long flowy hair. And
we made a deal with.
we made a deal with. She's the one we must kill. She's in the tree over yonder, and I could take you back to it.
I cast Hunter's Mark on her so I can find her.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're tracking her
And
like a hawk. She's still
also-
walking around in that direction.
It appears... Huck, did you smell a very peculiar swamp?
Yeah, it smells like rot.
Ugh.
It's directly to the right of where you guys are right now. They're
smells like
actually about
someone needs a
120 feet away.
Is
those
she walking
witches.
towards the house?
No, they're walking the exact opposite
Away?
direction. They had heard the pebble in far distant left-hand corner.
Do we kill her or do we go to the house and try and find her sister?
I say we kill her first.
Let's kill her.
All right, let's go see if we can ambush her because we don't want the other two to be in it. Right?
But aren't the other two with her right
They were
now?
going off in different directions.
Yeah, they're all about 60 feet away.
Oh, let's go get her while she's alone.
Okay, they seem to split. They're on the edge of where they can all probably hear each other and shout to one another. But you know that they broke up in threes. So how do you guys want to handle this? Do you guys want to try to stealth and get a surprise round on her?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Group stealth check. Heck yeah. All right. Against her passive.
Yeah.
So close to
Wow.
something good.
Hetty and Wreck-It rolled good for them. Okay.
Good, because I didn't.
All right. What did you guys roll?
I rolled a 25.
I rolled a 17.
What?
It was a natural 10.
18.
What?
I don't know why I just had a 7 accent.
Okay.
19.
Jeez.
13.
That's against, yes.
Thanks
Yes.
for carrying me, guys.
She passively, anyone who hit 14 and below, she can pick up on. But because everyone else's were so much astronomically higher, the rest of you are able to help out Celine and Fahroot from creating and disturbing too much noise. Just enough to slowly sneak up and get very close to that hag as you guys all get a surprise attack on her. So you guys want to roll initiative?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if you can take her down before she shouts, because all you hear is her breath slowly go, you.
I wish one of us had silence as a spell. Oh, but I get to reroll that.
I know,
Oh.
silence would help here.
Okay.
All right,
Wouldn't it though?
so 20 and above.
Hang on, I'm figuring out what
I'm
mine
so
is.
excited for you guys. Well done.
Oh.
25.
Oh my god, Record rolled on that 20. That's really good for him.
25 for Huck.
20 to 15, anybody? 15 to 10?
14.
14.
14? What's your dex modifiers? Both Lettie and...
Mine's 0.
Dex. Oh, then mine's gonna be higher because it is a 3.
So Lettie first, and then it'll be Druzilda, and then you said 13 for it?
Mm-hmm.
Does Lucky apply to
Initiate? Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, then I actually got a 21.
Oh, okay, that does, okay.
That changes
No,
things.
that's fine.
Sorry.
I was like, oh, okay, all the way up there.
Yeah.
And then 13 and below. Who got 13?
5.
5?
Poor darling.
It's okay, it's good for the cleric to go last.
So Huck, you're up first. What do you do on the surprise attack? She's just, no.
I'm a divine sorceress.
That's all you hear. Just absolutely,
true.
absolutely
Another
upset that you got her.
Okay. Gonna cast my... Oh, yeah, I'm gonna cast my Hunter's Sense on her.
Okay.
As an action, so I know that if she has any immunities, resistances, vulnerabilities, and what kind of creature they are, if they're not hidden. Well, they are hidden by divination magic, right?
Okay.
Because she's...
Yeah. You're looking for can you repeat that one very quickly?
Damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities.
None.
Wow, cool. Just wasted that action then. All right.
But now you know.
Now I know.
Now you know.
Okay.
So let me just double check that because I'm fairly certain that's the case. I was looking up something different as we were talking there. Yep, none. You do know she can breathe air and water, but
Ooh,
that's about
cool. Okay,
Okay.
well, I can't attack, so I'm just gonna move then.
it. All right, sounds good. You can move nearby. Reckitt's turn. He takes a moment. He's like, I'm gonna kick your butt, lady. He whispers it underneath his breath. That is a roll to hit, I believe. Let me double check. Yes, it is. No, it's a wisdom save on her behalf. Ooh, wow, she did not succeed that wisdom save. Surprisingly so. She takes a moment, as you can see this like black energy come from Reckitt's finger. Boss, as he does 8 points of necrotic damage to her. It's like tolling that dead, baby. All right, that's his turn, and then he's going to cast a spiritual weapon nearby. Rolls to hit her. Does it succeed? Does not succeed. The spiritual weapon, he summons again once more those the needles that he uses to craft all different sorts of he also gave you Lettie, so down the road you can tell me what tattoo he gave you if you wanted one. But he summons his tattoo needles and he uses it trying to hit her. It does not succeed. However, it is now technically would have been the hag's turn, but it's Lettie's turn. So Lettie, what do you want to do?
I want to cast Shatter on the 3rd level.
Okay, is that a wisdom save?
Con save. And yes, and it's 4d8.
Oh god,
damage.
for con. She rolled like a 12, so I think that that will succeed.
Yes!
All right.
And then for a bonus,
can I give someone some bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
So that they can get more power.
Yes.
Did you roll your damage?
Oh, I did not roll my
Yes.
damage. 4D.
Gotta damage her, babe.
4D. What did I say? 48?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just dropped it. Oh, I hate finding these things.
You want 8s?
Yeah.
Those little
Thanks.
diamond-looking ones.
Okay. 4. I need one more. These ones?
Yeah, the diamond-looking.
I can't roll. Okay. 6.
19.
19?
Yes.
Oh my
Thank you.
On
goodness.
your bag.
Oh, and also the good thing about Shatter, if she has that eye on her, mother F.
Yes.
Let me tell you what it does to that. A non-magical. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's magical, isn't it?
It
a
is
non-magical
magical.
object
However-
that isn't being worn.
However,
also takes
that
damage.
shatter, you cast it quietly. It can be very loud. It creates a loud ringing noise. But you cast it just in a way that you hit her core, and you can hear her screaming on the inside. It's
Yes!
like
Take
a
it!
scream coming from inside of her from that shattering energy. All right, and then who do you inspire? Bardically
I'm
inspire?
going to inspire. Who's next?
It seems Druzilda's up to
Druzilda.
go. Inspiring. Druzilda, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Fahroot, you're on deck, so get ready.
So
I played you a little ditty, and it was really great, but you know what? Just go for it.
So if I can.
Oh, I forgot because Starla, I wrote Starla on the left-hand side because of the original order, and then it's fine.
Yeah, she's like
Oh
21.
yeah.
Let's just have Starla
Yeah.
go first.
Go.
I forgot, and
Okay,
then Druzilda
give
can.
her inspiration. I'm giving Starla.
She
your-
gave Starla inspiration because she was
I did?
next.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
well, I accidentally skipped Starla because we forgot the
Oh,
order.
well,
It's
Yes,
okay.
I
Yeah,
give
sorry.
you
Okay, my roll changed later. Do surprise attacks get advantage? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Then
Stabby,
I'm
stabby.
going to. I'm gonna run up and 2-weapon her with my daggers.
Okay.
So the first one is 26 to hit.
Yeah. And you added the 1d6?
She didn't need to. Lucky her, but she's
Not with
holding on to
advantage.
that.
Okay.
I
Oh,
am.
you don't have to use it immediately. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's 5.
Okay.
And that includes my 3d6s
Okay.
for my sneak attack, but I'm gonna get her one more time.
Second attack.
And that's and what do I roll with the
A 1d6.
1d6.
Oh, a 1d6 right now because she's a 5th.
Okay.
I believe.
Yeah, that sounds right.
14?
To hit, not enough.
Okay.
So you go and try to stab a second time. She's able to just kind of push you off of her as you go to stab.
Okay, then I'm going to use my bonus action to hide.
Yeah, you jump off, you dip behind a nearby tree, and you try to catch your breath. Okay, that is your turn. Now it's Druzilda's turn. Druzilda, what would you like to do?
Okay, can you give me a lay of the land? So she's up a tree, right?
No. She's just walking
she
around on
walked
the
behind
bottom
it.
floor.
Oh, she's walking on the floor. Where are the rest? Where is everyone?
You guys are all like directly behind her, creeping around a tree nearby and
Okay.
going at her.
So she's in her own line of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, then I'm just gonna do some orbs.
Some chromatic orbs.
Some chromatic orbs.
Roll to hit.
Okay. So, and I add yes. Okay. So 18 to hit.
That's enough.
Okay.
Roll for damage. What kind of damage are you doing here?
So I'm going to do the cold damage.
All right. Nice
to do the cold
Huck having
damage.
whispered that absolutely nothing resistant or immune.
Yes.
Do it.
Okay, so 7, 13, 6 is
You guys are doing a great job.
13 plus, what's 13 plus 6?
19.
19, 20,
Oh, more.
30 points.
Wait,
Oh my
what?
God.
No,
No,
hang
no.
on. Someone count these. Wait, and now I just rolled
12,
over
13,
1.
14, 15, 16, 20.
20.
But this one
What was
was
it?
I can't remember.
It was a 1. You had it over
Yeah, it was a
there.
1.
It was a
Okay,
1.
okay.
So 20. 20 points of damage. Still crap ton. That orb, cold damage, shattering on the inside. You kind of dance with shatter. You and Lettie are both just like slinging things right at her core, left and right. As she's kind of trying to scream in pain and can't. You guys are really locking up her body. She looks like she's getting more and more in rough shape. Still holding on, but in good rough shape. All right. Then it is now... That was Druzilda's turn. It's Fahroot's turn.
I ready my sunbolt.
Yeah.
I say, die, bitch, die! And it's gonna be a 18 to hit.
18 hits. Yeah, roll for damage.
And that will be
5 points.
Nice.
of
Yeah,
damage.
you blast that sunbolt energy at her. Do you want to do anything else with your bonus action, like use a key point, or are you good?
I have a feeling I might need to save.
Okay, sounds good. It is now little old Hetty's turn. And he's like, ha, 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 and he just rams up into her with his head and like hooves at her and then pulls away for like 5 points of damage. But you know what, honestly? Hetty, you're cute, and you tried. Celine, your turn.
All right, I'm going to toll the dead.
Nice. So she's already damaged, just so you know. So you're gonna do higher damage.
Yes.
Like
and
a
does she need to
D12.
make?
She
you roll
needs
a
to make
hit.
a wisdom
Toll the
save.
Dead is a cantrip that you get. It's from
12.
She does not succeed.
It's so good.
She does not succeed.
Yes.
All right, so she will take 15 points of damage.
She's one hit away from death. You have a feeling she's like screaming in pain. You
I'm
guys
going
got a
to
full round on her.
I'm going to cast my spiritual weapon.
Once more.
All right.
Roll to hit.
18 to hit.
That's enough. Roll for damage. Let's see if you get her.
5.
She exactly had 5 hit
Oh my god.
You take a moment, as this was the end of the initiative order too, and she also rolled really high last round. So you take a moment, you have a feeling she's gonna be able to make a move. She just had screamed no as your spiritual weapon comes down, slices into her body, as you hear a cry, and you just hear sister, and she just didn't even have a moment to call out to her sisters as you all had jumped, attacked her, and surprised attacked her. You guys take a moment, you hold your breath. You can hear nearby creaking, like of twigs and leaves, as if nothing had happened, nothing had occurred, and the other two had not been disturbed.
Let's find our sister.
Probably
Get the pen.
Sorry, I wasn't very
You
helpful.
take a pen, you take a moment, you think, you ruminate on maybe your sister, that shape or that face that you had seen very quickly. You run nearby, following the scent and the smell, that burning in the air near the house. You go, you tiptoe, you get as quiet as possible. You walk over. There's this like slime muck house. It looks absolutely horrid. You take a moment and you have a feeling, sensory-wise, that this is almost like a gingerbread house gone wrong. In other situations, this is probably a very enticing place to invite kids and people in, but right now it smells like there's vats of bubbling energy and goo, and there's just strung out animals long dead.
Don't breathe through my beak.
It is a grotesque location, but you quietly go inside the house. You take a moment and you feel like your marker is kind of pulsing nearby this very strange orb that's kind of emitting this black and blue energy. And you take a moment as you get closer to Druzilda, all of you kind of standing around this orb. There's 3 of them that you see glowing nearby. This one is the only one with this like black purple energy though. The other 2 have different energies within them. They look clearer, they look more like refined, finite. But you see this black and purple orb kind of pulsing, and you swear you hear like a ting, like a ding, ding, like something's trying to break out of it.
Ting. Should we break it open?
Ting.
I got my little knife.
Could you stick the pen in it?
You want me to stab it? Want me to break it
Let's
open?
examine it first and
Okay.
see if stabbing it would be a good idea.
I'm ready. I'm ready to just.
What kind of check
stab
do you
it.
I'm gonna say that you guys, there's but a moment left as you can hear nearby twigs creaking. You just take
do
your,
it.
you
Okay.
just
Yep,
take
I'm
your,
gonna just stab it.
You stab it, you crack it open. As you do that, without even a moment to spare, you can hear like a scream and a cry, as if there's an acknowledgement that their sister is dead. Like they know now. They understand. They feel you. They know you're there. And as you take a moment and you crack open this orb, Hetty's there, Rek is there. They're all standing around you. You see this black purple energy just A-line it straight into Starla's mouth and her eyes.
No.
Starla looks over at Druzilda
What?
and Celine and goes, "Sisters."
Okay. Get out of her!
I found you.
Get out of her!
You found me.
Get
We're
out
here.
of her!
You.
Can she even see
And
us?
you
Get
guys,
out of
you
her!
guys don't have a moment to spare. As Hetty
I'm gonna
and
go
everybody,
stab another one.
You stab another one? They don't break. There's nothing. There's no energy. They're impenetrable. But this one, for some reason, was able to break, and it has this energy. And you guys just take a moment. It's not fully dissipated. Whatever has cracked and broken in and is now within Starla. It takes a moment as you guys all begin to run out. You can hear them screaming in the distance. Hetty and Rek just trying to grab the 2 of you guys and get out and book it and run and run and run. You guys are running. As they're trying to catch up, you can hear them cackling and laughing in the distance. You still are solid feet ahead as they're following through. Hetty's going as fast as possible, telling you which directions to go and left and right, up and down to get out of this forest as quickly as possible. So, as you guys are running, quick conversations are happening. As you're running, you're running.
Get your sister out of her.
I don't know what is going on.
Okay, it's a really long story, but I don't know how to explain this.
You've been there, sister. This whole time.
Explain it.
Okay, well, when that orb went into me, it memories, so many memories came back. I don't know if you know this, but I don't have a lot of memories from my early childhood. And when I was 9, I was kidnapped from my family, and some weird things happened. My body changed, everything changed.
Wait, what's your name?
My name?
Your name is Starla Highhill now, but you have a recollection of an earlier name given to you. It's hard to remember.
I think it might have been.
It's Aries.
I think it was Aries. It's all coming. It's all.
Wait, so you're actually our sister, not some voice box of our sister put in Starla's body. Starla is you're our sister.
Everything changed.
You have a memory right now. You compromised your soul to a hag, having been used as a young child as a siphoning energy from a teacher at Candlekeep, which is why you were suddenly driven back in a neighboring town nearby where Huck and his family had been his whole life. You're remembering that you made a sacrifice. You tried to create a wall and a barrier in order to protect your sisters and yourself, but you knew that destiny would hopefully bring you back together in order to eventually take down somebody who was literally trying to bring the three of you apart, because he knew if they united the three of you together, there would be no stopping him. So all of this just flooding back, the sacrifices you went through, the voices you talked to in your head, the people that brought you to these hags that made this deal.
There was something inside of me. I spent a lot of time in Waterdeep. And then there was something inside of me that just told me I needed to come here. And it makes sense now.
The three of us need to be together to take him down.
Yo, this is freaking crazy.
I have goosebumps and like tears in my eyes.
Yeah. Where is Starla though? Is she there with you?
I mean, we are one and the same. I mean,
it's the same person.
Starla's her new name, but you know, that's your sister, right?
Things were when that orb cracked, it was like a door was opened.
You're our sister.
I just figured it out.
I know, that's why I was like,
I didn't understand.
No.
It was like a veil was lifted.
Kim actually
like
has tears in her eyes.
Yeah. My real sister is my better.
And now Erica has tears in her eyes. They're so emotionally.
It was like a veil was open, and my old body is, I mean, it's just transformed. It's just.
How did it change?
In some ways, you did compromise your soul in order for this whole thing to go down the way that you would hope it would. There are things that you're going to have to work with and, find peace within yourself now that these two parts of you are marrying. But you're running, and you're all just running, and like heavily in breath as Celine begins to cry as you're running through the forest.
Does anybody know what day it is?
It is prom day, because the moment as you burst through the clearing, you see Candlekeep in the distance, and you can see the confetti and the balloons and the air. There's air balloons already afloat, sending off these beautiful fireworks.
We've got to go get
Magi-Ball.
our gowns.
Oh, Jesus.
We've got to go get our gowns on.
Are you sure I can't just wear my motorcycle jacket?
You don't have a
Well,
motorcycle jacket, you're in a dress.
We didn't get
Hetty
anything
takes
for
a
you.
moment.
I do have one in my
Catches his breath.
dormitory.
Racket is just like, what's happening? And then Hetty's like, listen, I think that I can hold them back. I'm a little upset I'm not going to be making an entrance at this Magi-Ball. I had a great tux made for myself. By the way, it was nothing. I was going to shove it on it. Anyway, so I will hold them back. You can deal with them later. They're just hags, right? You took one down in 1 week. I will make sure that they're okay. I'll lead them to my little home. I'll feed them some wine. You all go do what you're supposed to do at this ball and live for me. Have fun. Oh, please.
Be careful, Hetty. Will we see you later?
I don't know.
Not unless we
But
die.
he takes a moment and he turns back around and he says, but one thing I know is you'll be seen. And he just turns around. He's like, work it.
Yes, queen.
Oh, my heading.
Goodbye, honey. I love you.
So Rekid is taking a moment, he is just like, he's like, oh, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah. No, the ball's today. Let's go.
I need to go see Miriam. I still got that shit in me.
Yeah, sure. Like, I think we need to go do whatever we need to do. We get our outfits. I got a chariot. A glass chariot for all of us.
Rekid.
I'm not trying to impress you. I just wanted to show my thanks.
Your thanks. You've been saving us left and right.
Yes, truly.
I think that's exactly the way that we should go to the ball, is in a glass freaking chariot.
And I know you guys aren't into, like, some of the more lofty stuff, but you're right. We're all equals here on Earth, And I just want to show to you guys that, like, it doesn't matter if we show up on a chariot or not. You're all family to me.
Well, that's awful nice. Thanks, Rekid. We love you.
You're welcome. Family. We're all friends. Good old happy friends. And he just walks forward and begins to run in this sort of like melancholy friendship.
Druzilda turns to Celine and says, "You can be his soul date if you want."
I don't know if I want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't have a date.
Lettie, why don't you be Rekid's soul date?
Do you think you would? I'll go ask him.
So 14-year-old Lettie kind of catches up. He's bolting it to gems. He wants to make sure that you guys can get on all your outfits. So the event is about to happen. Huck, you run down to Miriam, spend a few minutes with her. She was ready. She was so happy the moment you walked in through the door. She wants to ask you all about everything that happened the past couple days in the forest. You don't have time. You say, just please get this out of me. And she had prepared that spell. She takes all of the energy she possibly can, casts a full dispel magic at her highest level, and you can finally feel this weight that you didn't even know was on you lift off. As you say goodbye, she waves goodbye and says, "Have so much fun at Magi-Ball without me. Please take renders. Get somebody to sketch you all."
All right, if we make it out alive, I will.
And you kind of turn around and you run. She's like, "I'll do what I can from down here."
Pray
she
for
like
us.
waits for you.
Did our dresses arrive?
What?
We're going to Gems
Yes, you guys are
now.
going straight to Gems. So as you guys all go to Gems, you walk in, and Gem turns around and is like, "I'm so happy you're here, everybody." And there's 2 snaps as like everybody who has been working for her walks out in unison and grabs each one of you and begins to fit you. Lettie, you weren't here for this ensemble. As Huck kind of bursts in and just like runs over and grabs the crystal cowboy hat that was perfectly made for him and pops it on.
I have a bag of disguises though, and there's some pretty dresses in there.
There are, but in this place, these outfits are made of pure gemstones. So it's all based around, they're beautiful. And Fahroot, you have a little bit of money left. You have a couple thousand gold as you see Lettie just looking around but doesn't have an outfit quite yet.
Lettie,
Yeah.
is there anything you'd like to wear?
Can I have a dress made for me?
Well, I don't know if we have the time to make you one,
Can
but
I have anything made for me?
Gem takes a moment and looks and goes, "We may not be able to do some alterations, but we have a couple of selections. I have a question for you. What's your favorite color? What kind of stone do you enjoy?"
Purple.
Purple? Amethyst.
Amethyst.
And she takes a moment. She walks over to the amethyst session. She brings you forward. She goes, "Who are you going with, darling? I have to make sure I match your ensemble with them."
Well, I just asked the boy, and I want you all to know that I did it as me and not anyone else because I didn't need help.
Proud of you.
Lettie.
Rekid takes a moment.
yeah,
He kind of
he's right.
smiles, and he's like looking over there, and he looks to the 3 sisters now, to Celine and to Druzilda, and takes a moment and nods and says, 2 of you guys, 3 of you, all of you look pretty good together. I say you can rock solo. Hey, Lettie.
Yeah.
If you're in.
I'm in.
Yeah, cool. And like he takes a moment. You get perfectly fit. With this beautiful amethyst kind of, it's a shorter dress and it's pretty cute. It's
She's
very
got
like
the legs.
Yeah, it's like a
I
nice
hear.
tall legs, and you actually, I want it to be like Princess Diaries because you kind of have this
Pigtail
like
braids.
awkward pigtail braid look, and they take out your pigtail braids and take off your
Her
glasses.
glasses.
And they turn you around.
And she looks in the mirror and she goes, "I finally feel okay being me."
Are you sure about that?
Yes, I'm sure.
And Rekid's kind of like, I kind of like you too, just as yourself.
Oh, can I quickly talk to somebody about kissing boys?
We'll talk about it.
Okay.
He just kind of goes to himself. As you can hear, Jem's kind of calling around as you guys are getting fit. Your hair is getting done. Your makeup's getting done. You guys get sat down. It's a full hour experience as massages are happening and champagne's only given to Starla. You guys are all getting perfectly
Starla's
affixed.
26 now.
As you guys all get perfectly affixed, you can hear all of a sudden some hoofs of something kicking up some dirt, and Rekid peeks his head out and he goes, "Chariot's here, everybody.
Oh boy.
You ready to rock up to Magi-Ball and do this?"
Yes.
Wait, what's the plan?
Oh.
We're taking down the headmaster.
In gemstones.
And we also need to talk to or take down. I don't know.
What
I'm
the
gonna let you
headmaster-
make the decision. And
Cobalt?
Yes.
Well, right now we need to take down the headmaster who is dressed as Cobalt.
Oh, so what you're saying is essentially we gotta single out Cobalt and do something about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Cobalt with quotations.
Cobalt with quotations,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And whatever
Faux vault.
Well, do you guys have anything up your sleeve? What can we do? I mean,
well, whatever happens, the sisters must stay together
We must.
because we're stronger together.
okay.
Yeah, I still don't really know how it's gonna work since I don't really have magic, but I do have my daggers up my sleeves. She shakes her arms and her daggers just appear in her hands.
I'm going to give her the last potion. Did I have one left?
Yeah, you still have one left. Yeah.
This
what
is
is that?
magical. It's a new thing every time. It's a gamble, but it's yours. It might come in handy. May you roll well.
Do I have to drink it or can I throw it?
You can throw it or drink it.
Either one.
Okay, I'll just stick it
Stick it.
somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, so you guys begin to make your way into this gorgeous glass chariot. It is beautiful and opaque, actually, from the outside. But when you're on the inside, you can see through. It's almost as if you're floating on air on a magic carpet, which you guys conveniently actually do have somewhere.
I have that.
Yes. You've been lugging it around pretty heavily, Huck. I would actually say that for this particular event, you may not be able to lug around the flying carpet just because it's gonna ruin the ensemble. But Rekid says you can keep it in the chariot outside of the main gate, at least. So if you ever need it, it's right there.
I want to take it in. I don't care what I look like. My ensemble is whatever I make it.
Is your date just... Oh, wait. Is your date just the carpet, or is it...
Yeah.
Is it somebody
Okay,
else?
so I'll
never
hold
asked
on.
Fahroot on
As the chariot's going up, you can see Rekid slowly put his arm around Lettie. He's like, "How old are you again?"
I'm old enough.
Bit inappropriate.
I just need to know.
14.
I'm turning
14.
I'm turning 15.
You'll be a gentleman.
How
Here.
old are you?
I'm 17.
It's fine. We're in high school. It's fine. I mean, whatever you call this school, a magical mystery tour.
You be a gentleman, Rekid.
It's
you
cool.
No, Rekid, look at me in the eyes.
I gave her a tattoo.
You look me in the eyes, Rekid.
Don't tell them where it
Look
is.
in the eyes, record.
A gentleman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm gonna be a gentleman. That's all I really am. It's just, that's why I'm saying it's just a little, but it's fine, it's fine. He takes a moment, he's like, I'll treat her well. I'll make sure she has fun tonight. He puts his arm around her.
Trust him.
There's this awkward moment where he's talking to Lettie in the corner, clearly going to take her to prom. As both Huck and Fahroot kind of make eye contact with each other as they're going on their way to prom. Buck takes a moment and kind of looks between everybody, like he has a pick of the three sisters. He's really deciding. He has a beautiful tux on, and he's taking a moment, he's looking, and he's glaring, who wants me?
Starla's gonna look at Buck and be like, "Come here."
Excuse me, why isn't he my date?
And he's like, yes. And he's he just shrugs at you and then grabs Starla's hand.
I scoop him up and I give him belly scratches.
Well, now I'm that's fine. No, it's fine. I can go alone. I don't care.
I don't think you're
Huck.
It's fine. What?
I was wondering if you don't have any other plans to go to the Magi-Ball with anyone else, maybe you would be my date.
Wait, me? Are you're talking to me, right?
Well, is your name Huck?
Yeah. I think yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I would. I mean, yeah, that'd be fine. Yeah, that's cool. I guess. Yeah. Yep.
And you can't really tell, but underneath his feathers, Fahroot's blushing.
Yeah, no, you can definitely tell with Huck. He's just bright. From the neck up. Just like trying to hide it under his cowboy hat.
As red as the rubies on Celine.
Yep.
Starla's
You're
head
wearing
is
the
just
ruby
like
dress, right? Yeah.
We both are.
We're both wearing the rubies. And the two Celine and not Starla, but Celine and Druzilda, you guys look great together. Even though you don't have dates, you kind of look like you're
We're
matching.
each other's dates.
Absolutely.
Yes. So everyone's paired up appropriately so. One with Rec and one with Buck, all hanging out, getting ready in this beautiful crystal glass sort of carriage getting sent up to the main gate. All of these other chariots are around too. I mean, people are pulling the stops, but there's quite a few people like gasping at the view of all of you. Again, you're not seen unless you draw back the curtains for a moment. The beautiful velvet curtains, these dark, beautiful, yes, just violet curtains pull back, and everyone's like, "Whoa, they look amazing! Did they go to Gems? How? What? How? But..." And so all of you guys, one by one, there are doormen who are overseeing the ball. They walk forward, they open the door to your chariot, and one by one, you guys walk out onto, I kid you not, a red carpet. It's going to be
I'm
red
going
carpet.
to take Druzilda's hand and also Starla's hand and say, "All right, sisters, stronger together."
stronger together.
That was like a movie.
And then Buck is like,
Yeah, Buck's on the
hands
other.
too.
Yeah, I'll just say Buck is literally like holding on to your ankle, like fully wrapped around, just like being lifted up as he's like, hey, everybody. There's like a couple of flashes around you guys, and you take a moment as you can see that there's render drawers who are very quick at sketching and like doing these perfect like photographs of you guys, handing them off as like, souvenirs at the end of the night you guys can pick up. You walk through this beautiful, like almost glistening, glowing streamer. This Magi-Ball sort of. They look like balloons almost, but they're hovering with lights inside of them, kind of creating a twinkle and ever after it's like glow. It's very magical. It kind of looks like a fall harvest in some ways, with all the warm colors inviting you in for the start of the year in fall season. As everything's twinkling around you and the lights are glowing, you guys walk through this beautiful carpet into the main sort of section. You guys have to walk around through the quad, which has not been struck down, obviously. A few days have passed, into the main ballroom, which is often not used, that dining hall. Why would it be cleared out otherwise? But it is a banquet hall now. Gorgeous floating chandelier just there. Mountains of this beautiful fondue. Chocolate fondue and cheese fondue and like apricot fondue. Actually, it's just fondue. Because don't fondue. You walk around. It's beautiful. Everything looks like waterfalls. It's like Willy Wonka's, banquet hall on either side. You also catch in the far back corner this glistening pool of a very beautiful sort of like pulsing energy. It looks like drinks. All these different sort of fountains of drinks that kids are going nearby and drinking as well. It is crowded and the music is turned up and kids are dancing. Y'all turn heads the moment you walk in. There's a little render booth, in the corner as someone's sketching everybody and getting everything down. You can tell that there's a ballot box in the far corner. Gavin Rex is standing there, with his glasses on, this Dragonborn, just taking in last minute submissions for whoever wants to vote themselves into, or vote finally into this sort of event that is about to happen, the announcement for Magi-Ball Queen and King. So what do you guys want to do? It's crazy right now.
All
It's
right.
turn.
First of all, let's vote for Druzilda and Rekid.
I haven't voted yet.
Well, we got to vote for Druzilda and Rekid.
Yeah.
Second of all, when Koval wins, which he likely will, sorry Rekid, or maybe he won't, or when they call everyone up for the big and all the parties up, that's the moment that we take him down.
Do we want to do it so
Out in the open?
out in the open?
Yeah, don't vote for Rekid. Sorry, Rekid. I think you're great.
Well,
No, we should vote for Koval
what?
so he wins and he gets up on stage and then we have him singled out.
No, but that means that we're going to be fighting in front of everybody here.
We are going to be anyway.
Well,
that
no,
We're at the prom.
We could get him on his own somewhere. Somehow.
You guys want to roll a quick perception check to see what you can see around you? Right.
Ooh!
Not much.
No, not
Damn.
one.
Guess who's
It's
doing
pretty crowded.
real good
It's a pretty
today?
crowded party.
Nothing.
So let's go around the circle.
9.
9. Huck.
Nat 20.
Nice.
10.
Nice.
3.
3.
8.
Not one.
Oh, nat 1.
Yeah,
which also cancels out the nat 20,
die.
unfortunately.
You need a new die.
So again, I think what's gonna happen is you're looking around, but then like Fahroot, how does this nat 1 hinder the nat 20 of Huck here? Because there's a nat 20 on one side looking around, and there's a nat 1 and not looking around. Someone a little distracted.
Yes, Fahroot's just a little distracted. He's trying to ignore his hungry stomach and like the fact that he's like maybe falling in love with Huck, and then also trying to maybe take down. He's not really sure. I just don't really know what I should be focusing on at the moment. I have so many feelings.
Mm-hmm. And there's a moment that you have feelings, and you just notice that Huck has a piece of straw in his hair, and you just take out the straw. And Huck, that was like when you were looking around actively, and you just see Fahroot like grab the piece of straw out of your hair, and it kind of distracted you for a moment.
What? I'm a little hypoglycemic, and all I can think about is getting this piece of straw out of your hair.
Oh, golly, thanks. I know there's an awful lot of straw in my hair. It happens when you live on a farm.
Red again. Red is one tomato once more. As you guys are walking through and looking, you can catch this. So on the far end, on the far back corner, there is all of that sort of drink station. Somewhere right in the center, actually, seems to be a slightly elevated stage where the DJ is going hard. He's putting the beats down, and the beats are going. You can also catch that there seems to be a secondary raised level on that platform, probably where they're going to announce. You know, you guys have been here a couple times. The years have gone by with the Magi-Ball. Everyone's invited in the school, even though, again, the seniors tend to be the keepers of this area. You know that that's probably where they're going to be announcing Magi-Ball King and Queen. People are eating, moseying about. You can catch, just from pure vision, there's quite a few of those spawn that you all had seen and had known to be created against their will or for their will. It's kind of hard to glean. You just know, and you can catch the way that some of these kids look. Beautiful features, cold skin, that they had formerly or are currently in the process of becoming something much more darker. Mm-hmm. You can also tell that the headmaster's nowhere to be seen. People say that the headmaster, generally speaking, doesn't really want to be at these events, or if he has to make a quick appearance, it'll be very, very quick, and he'll say thank you for coming, keep raising money for the school, and then essentially leave. And you catch that Special is not too far away, talking with all of her friends.
Okay, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. So and he puts his hand in his pocket. I still have that potion of sunlight. If you guys can grapple Cobalt and force him to sit still, I can make him drink it.
Mm-hmm. Where is he?
Or we could spike the punch with it.
True.
Like the punch I've
Because
always heard.
Cunning.
there are so many here.
It's gonna kill 40 kids.
But aren't they all bad?
But they're vampires.
Will it
But
only
you were
work?
too, and we didn't kill you. That's a lot of people to kill.
Didn't we try? We put a dagger in there. Huh?
No. We put a stake in her, and that's the one that
Oh, yeah,
brought
we
her
didn't-
soul back. It's a magic
We
stake.
didn't know that would not kill her.
Wait,
Maybe
so
this just exercises demons as well.
No, because it is sunlight, and sunlight
So
will
it
burn
explodes them
it.
from the
Yeah,
inside?
it will kill
Radiant
vampires. Sunlight will kill vampires. Yeah, it's a
You
potion.
guys
of
were
sunlight.
told essentially this could destroy something, a creature of that sort of darkness, if it drank it. You guys don't know if you dilute it, if it will have
Yeah,
the same
that's
effect.
a problem that I thought
All
of.
right. Well, maybe we can convince someone to give Cobalt a drink.
Special is laughing right there, very loudly, throwing her head back in the corner with all of her friends.
I'm gonna sneak a cup from the punch table.
Okay, doesn't take too hard. Bunch of kids walking up, you're able to just grab some punch, fill it up, like say hi, and everyone's kind of saying like, oh, you guys look really cute together. Oh, I love your outfits. Gems, nice. And you just hear people whispering around as the music's going.
I'm gonna go over to Fahroot and say, "Can you hide me in your wings?"
It would be my honor.
Your wings kind of curl around Huck for a moment. As you guys are y'all like kind of shimmying together as a group towards.
Here's the thing: I can hide behind people because I am naturally stealthy.
I can also
So I can
make you
just-
invisible.
Well, I don't need to be invisible.
And just
So
if you wanted.
hidden
Offering.
in thank you, hidden in Fahroot's wings, he pulls out his potion of sunlight and pours it into the cup and then hides it.
It is bright and it is glowing. Remember how bright that is? So it's like too bright. Like it's not hurting your eyes to look at it, but you have a moment you realize like you're gonna have to figure out some way to hide the light coming from this potion and this energy.
Guys, there's no way we can make him drink this.
Yeah, you guys are like standing around.
He's gonna know. I mean, look at it. It's pretty obvious.
Does anyone have like a flask?
Okay, look at my bag.
I'm gonna start to like very carefully pour it back into the bottle so we don't waste it.
Don't waste any of it.
Okay, fine. Starla's gonna hike up her skirt, pull out a flask from her.
Oh my god!
Dump out whatever was in it. Take a little shot. I'm old enough now.
I mean, now you are. God.
I have my ways.
Yeah. I need you to roll a sleight of hand check. There are chaperones everywhere. Watching like a hawk.
It's prom. 14.
14? All right. They're looking. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what happens is this. Oh, there is a chaperone who like grabs your hand as they see you pull something out of your skirt. And like your hand's like shaking and it has the flask in it. And they grab the little flask and they put it in front of your face and they go, "What is this we have here, Missy?"
I'm 26 and I'm gonna snatch it out of their hands.
It's a dry prom.
Well, it's empty now. Hand it to me. I have sleight
Wait,
of hand.
Is it empty?
Really strong sleight of hand.
They turn it around. There's nothing in it.
I wanted to save some punch for later. Rude.
You snatch it back. And so Chipper really doesn't know how to react to a 26-year-old talking to them. I mean, these people are probably 22, 23, and they're feeling like odd from the seniority status.
I'm your superior officer.
So
get away from me, child.
They take a moment. They don't know how to act. They walk over to some other chaperones and like point in your direction, like.
Well, I know that I'm the youngest, but if you give it to me, I have a lot of sleight of hand.
Well, I'm the one with the potion.
Yeah. Okay, if you want to do it. I have plus again? 9, but go ahead.
I mean, fine, sure, you do it.
I was.
Can't wait, but we can hide in Fruit's wings again.
You are hiding in Fruit's wings, but the problem is the potion is very bright and very, very, very bold. So trying to hide the potion's light source, it hurt your eyes when you looked at it back in the day. If you remember, could barely even stare at it. It's really something. It's like a disco ball.
I can go blind. I don't care.
So, I mean, if we make it invisible and then while we put it in the flask and then the flask will conceal it. Sounds right.
Can you make a potion invisible?
Anything I touch, I believe.
I like that idea.
Anything someone's carrying is also invisible as long as the person is on.
All right, you make this invisible and you pour it in the flask.
And I take it and I do it.
Yes. In invisibility, you have to be holding it in order for it to retain its invisibility.
So I have to be invisible as well.
You have to be invisible as well. So you take a moment and you hold on to the potion and you hold on to the flask. You grab both of them and you cast invisibility and it all goes invisible. Thankfully, now some of your eyes can lessen up. Those with dark vision don't have to be quite so blinded. This was really letting off a bright light. But with invisibility, not a problem. Kind of pour it into the flask. You could even pour it into a cup. But right now, you're invisible with this potion that is very, very strong. You can overhear nearby. You guys were trying to figure out exactly how to handle this and spike a drink in order for Cobalt to potentially drink it. You can hear Special talking. Gosh, it's just so exciting, this prom. We've been looking forward to it so long, and honestly, I know I'm gonna win. So Koval and I are talking about engagement. You know, like all that really fun stuff that has to do with being an adult, because now I'm an adult, now that I'm graduating and everybody else will be this year. So minions, if you don't mind, secondary, third, if you guys don't mind, just maybe giving me some room to breathe so I can just soak it in myself and not be so close. And so all the girls are okay. And they all step away from her, like a solid 10 feet. She's like, good. I just gotta get a drink for Boo. And she walks on over and she heads towards the punch bowl. And she goes to go pour him a drink. What do you do?
Well, question, if I put it in the light will come out. If I slip it in her drink, won't it be bright for her as well?
Yeah, it might be. What do you do?
It seems to me the best option would be right before he takes a sip to drop it in his cup.
All right. So you just follow the cup. You follow her. Keep quiet. The prom's going loud. Reckitt's looking around for you. He doesn't know where you went. A couple of you guys, I would assume you inform him that currently there's a stealth operation going on and his date is currently missing. And he's like, okay, it's no sweat, I understand. And he like dances by himself in a corner and just like pops some
By a
locks.
14-year-old elf.
Yes. So as this is going down, you hear what would sound like, as the music kind of skirts to a halt, some sort of announcement system. And you can hear, hey everybody, sorry to break up the fun. This is your DJ Dizzy Z, coming at you live. Want to let you know, from the mixing booth up here, we're about to announce a Magi-Ball Queen and King. As everyone's like, woo! Cheering. It's crazy, it's wild. As this is going down, you can hear her say, all right, we're tallying up the numbers now. Is everyone excited? Is everyone ready? If you don't mind circling around, getting ready right around me. And everyone starts to like gather in a circle as the music stops. Do you guys want to do anything as this is happening, or you guys just part of the chaos?
I want to get close to the stage.
Same.
Yeah, we all get close to the stage.
Okay. As you guys are kind of standing around here, I want a secondary perception check from everybody involved.
19.
Oh.
18.
17.
Nice.
12. Nat 20, so 23.
8.
Wow. 8?
Yeah, she got the nat 20 though.
Yeah, you got a nat 20, nobody got a nat 1. Okay. So what you guys see is this. Lettie, you are very quiet right now and you're walking around. You guys are all part of the fun, you're having a good time. You're doing that thing where you're all looking. Like you're actively like, what's happening? You can see Special walking up closer to the stage. You see a couple other people who had been submitting themselves as well. Druzilda, you get kind of pushed to the front, so does Rekid, just because they want everybody nearby for how the announcement's about to go down. As this is happening, Lettie, you see something out of the corner of your eye. Not only are there quite a few of these thralls around you, these kids who kind of look like they're hybrid vampires. It's a very interesting sight. But you swear in the corners of your vision, you see some kids dropping back. One of them looks like Trinity. It's odd. Another one looks like Professor Adwall. You have a feeling, knowing and having been informed, that there are 4 other winged creatures that had been at the behest of this whole endeavor, are kind of dropping back and watching from a distance as everyone's circling in the center. Lettie, you also look below. And that stage is a pretty big stage. It's a nice stage. It's a solid looking stage. But there's a rim around it. It's kind of like a draped curtain. Take a moment. Invisible. And you peek underneath. There is a huge summoning circle underneath the center of this room. It is igniting and it's full of energy. And you take a moment and you realize this is all part of a much greater endeavor if it doesn't stop now. So, what do you do?
Where's that cup?
Okay. So it's like the music screeched to a halt and everyone's standing around and these 4 winged creatures on the edge are just hanging around. Sorry about the feedback, everybody. We're back. DJ Dizzy D, here to announce Prom King and Queen. Can we get a woo what?
What?
Oh, you kids. You really need alcohol. Oh, sorry. So you see like the chaperone's like, no.
Starla just yells, they took mine away.
We're gonna be making announcements now. Okay, everybody? Drum roll. It's a real close call this year, everybody. For Prom Queen.
As she smiles maniacally and rolls
She's
the
rolling
dice.
dice.
Okay. We have a tie. Special and Druzilda Slenderton. And everyone's like, what? And like they don't know what to do. And Special just like her mouth like drops open as she stares at you and is like, this has never happened before. Hold on. What should we do? You can overhear it in the voice. And Special's like, I am not about to share my crown with this girl. I would demand a recount. And she's like shouting and screaming in the distance.
I think we should award the one with more grace.
Oh, wait, hold up. We have one more vote coming in. Oh, I guess there's a student here who hadn't submitted last minute. Hold on. And Druzilda Sutherton is prom queen!
Wait, do we want her? Yeah, I mean, yay, but do we want her up on that stage?
And they're all like applauding.
I don't know. I stay to the side.
As Druzilda, you get like brought up in this beautiful dress, your hair perfectly coiffed. You get brought up, you get this gorgeous crown placed on your head that like ignites with this gorgeous like dancing energy that fits your ruby dress. It's beautiful.
I want to kind of follow her up with Starla, so we aren't far from her.
Yeah, you guys take a moment. You all stand up there. You all see all these kids. There's probably about 200 of them, like, and 250 of them all around you guys, like clapping and cheering and shouting and hooting and hollering. But Prom King's about to be announced now.
So can I make a motion to wherever Lettie is? Can I sign Lettie?
Or I was thinking, oh God, I wish I could tell her to grab. I wish I could tell her to grab that cup from Special and be like, I'll give it to him, but I can't because I'm
you're invisible. You can go and whisper into your friend's ears if you wish.
I go and whisper into your ear and I go,
okay, so you go up to Special and you're like, you grab the cup from her hand and she's like crying and she's like, this isn't fair. I didn't mean to be here. This has never
Darling,
happened.
I didn't want you to spill this all over your lovely gown. Truly, it's an honor to have such a close run. Ladies and gentlemen, Special.
Thank you.
You're like, okay.
And I'm like holding, oh yeah, but you can't let it go yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, I'll say with that, I won't even make a check. You delicately take the cup away from her. She's just trying to recover with this idea that she hadn't won. She's really struggling here. As you kind of walk up to the stage as everyone's going crazy. Lettie, from just a DM's point of view and from a quick moment, because you're invisible, you're able to go around and tell all your friends what you have seen. With all the cheering and hooting and hollering, it's now Prom King time. As you see the DJ hit this and go, and for Prom King, it's obviously, with a natural 20, Cobalt! Yeah! Cobalt! Vault! And like literally vaulting out of like some ridiculous stance, doing an acrobatics check, flopping around, and his beautiful knight on his steed, he kind of runs forward, hops off the stage, and lands. There's a glint and a gleam in his eye, like a smile, as he looks to all of you, and then he grabs the mic, which is kind of just like a thaumaturgy mic from the DJ, as he takes a moment and quiets down the crowd. And he goes, hey everybody, I hope you got your glasses with you because I'm about to cheers to something that's gonna make this the best night of your life. I've been waiting for this moment a long time, and some of you guys didn't know me and you forgot who I was, but once I fell into who I was, gosh, the world was unstoppable, wasn't it? And right now I'm gonna make sure this is a night you'll always remember. So with that, raise your glass. And so he takes a moment and he has already a glass in his hand. What do you do?
So as I raise my glass, because I'm assuming if I'm the queen, I'm
The
next
potion's
to him.
not in the glass.
It's not in the glass.
Yeah, it's not in the glass.
You're right next to him.
As I'm next to him, and as I raise my glass, I
you-
want to knock his glass out.
Okay.
So then I can then say, I'm so sorry in my excitement. I'm so sorry. Here, you take this one. I'll take this one.
Okay. I want you to roll a quick an athletics check to see if you're able to deflect it enough from his hand.
And then I'm getting ready to go over right before he does and pour the flask.
17.
Okay. He takes a moment. It spills out. And like you're able to knock it. He holds it in his hand though. He still has his cup. It's still in his hand. What do you do?
I'm going to go over and pour it in his cup right before he puts it in his mouth.
Like literally right before he
Right
does
before.
it? Okay. There's just a little bit of a sip left.
Where's Fahroot? I want to see if Fahroot can like pick me up a little bit and find me. I mean, I'm not that sure. I'm not that much shorter than him, right?
you're not
Okay,
shorter
good.
at all.
Okay,
So
good.
there's a moment. He still has a sip left. And he's like,
Okay.
freaking hell.
Okay, so I
You'll regret that.
just, oh God.
And he does like a little wink at Celine, and then he takes a sip. All right, I want you to roll a sleight of hand check. See if you can do this.
I would have
18 plus 9.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yep.
Wait, really?
Yes, my sleight of hand is plus 9.
What's his passive perception? 17. Okay. So,
That worked out well.
with a 27, 28, there's just enough that you're right as the cup touches his lips, you pour it. And he doesn't have a moment to react as you see the liquid go into his mouth and down his throat. And his eyes widen as he looks to all of you on the stage. Druzilda, Celine, Starla. He doesn't know what he's doing as he takes a moment and he's trying to hold it in. He can't it's almost like vomit as it goes down his body, and you see his throat start to ignite and wither away as a burst of sunlight comes straight from his neck.
Ew.
As it begins to enter his body, his whole body starts to convulse. Kids are starting to scream. They don't know what's happening. A couple of them are applauding, like, oh, what a great prom king. Get that crown on his head. Okay, somebody, this is a heck of a show. And you just see his whole body ignite. There's 4 people on the corner right now who you guys know that you had killed. You have an inkling are now disguising themselves as previous creatures. You see the 4 of them look at each other in panic. Something's not going right. Something isn't going the way it is. The vampires around you guys are looking in panic as well. As his body erupts and explodes in the brightest sunlight energy that you can ever see in your life. You have to dip your eyes away. It is so bright for anyone with dark vision, even so. It stings, it hurts. Those who have regular vision, it also burns your eyes for a moment. You just have to close it because it's like looking at the sun. As this is happening, you hear all of those kids around who are vampires scream in pain as well, as a few of them fall to the ground or hide under cover. It's complete chaos, and everything, the band, the music, the tables start to get pulled down. 4 people in 4 different corners are screaming as he just explodes and erupts. There's a moment that you can see Koval transform into what appears to be the headmaster. There's a couple gasps from nearby teachers as you see this long-formed body, these 2 long teeth, these red eyes, and this long hair look at you and scream in horror. As this is happening, you see wisps of energy disperse from that sunlight blast, and it's just complete quiet. He's disappeared and dissipated into just complete ash. As a moment occurs, there's like 3 or 4 kids who are like, this is a night I'll never forget! That was a hell of a performance! Good job, Cobalt! And the people are cheering. The 4 people on the corner quickly dive into the nearby corners and start to run. What do you guys do?
Then let's
Because you had your eyes on them.
Yeah.
Okay, so as quickly as possible, you guys follow them. Follow them into the back corner, into that hidden room, into that hidden door. If you guys remember where Celine was once turned, you guys know exactly where you're going. You're following as quickly as you possibly can to the resting location of where that creature had just disappeared from. You can hear them screaming and running and talking. You say, get out, it didn't work. We failed the plan, they ruined it. And you can just hear them screaming and they're running and they're running. You guys chase them. As you guys walk into the lair, into that dark sort of fog location, you all stop for a moment in the banquet hall. As you guys can see everyone kind of running and panicking around here. There's 4 of those winged creatures right now, kind of looking around. They're fully out of form and they're turning around. They all look at the 4 of you and they take a moment and they glean what's happening. What do you guys want to do right now? They are not fighting you.
Go back to where you came from.
You just ruined something that, and this is one of the men who has similar reason, that we have been planning for years. We were summoned, we were brought here for a reason. Let's get out. And the 4 of them like start to bat their wings and go, and they say, burn it. And you can see them light one of the nearby velvet drapes on fire. And the whole room there's a scent, very faintly, of oil. As you guys can see that the room around you start to get ignited. What do you guys want to do? You have a moment.
I am...
I fly up to the middle.
Is there a hole in the ceiling?
There's 4 holes. There's 4.
okay.
Each one of them kind of like they're leaving.
There's still kids here, students here, right?
Nope. It's just you guys and these 4 winged creatures who ran.
We're in that fancy banquet hall.
That
with
fancy
the
banquet hall that
chest
you guys
that we've been
found.
open.
How many people can you carry, Fahroot?
How many can you carry?
2.
2. You take the 2 of them. I'm going to Misty Step using my twin spell.
Okay.
I'll Misty Step as well.
The 3. I'll
Oh, you
Misty
can do
Step my
3.
sister.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Because Fahroot can carry both Starla and
Lettie?
and Huck.
Okay.
Because they're small. Mm-hmm. So I'll Misty Step twin with my sister and
me, you can do me or
you
I'll
know
do
you'll
myself.
you'll
Good.
Misty
Yeah.
Step yourself.
Okay. So you guys begin to misty step. Where are you guys going exactly? Into the corners up there?
Out.
Well,
Out.
We
You're going
can.
out. As you guys are leaving, you have a round. You have a round or 2 before the full room ignites. You catch 2 things. Most distinctly, something appears in that coffin. There's the body of the headmaster there, but the fire around is burning and cindering and licking the coffin in a way where they had just killed perhaps the thing that had summoned them. You can tell that this thing can reappear, can come back, But right now, this room is eating itself away. So thankfully, whatever sort of event had just occurred, even with the blast of sunlight, there was still a chance this thing would return. But the whole deal seemed to have been compromised. Right now, they're covering their tracks. These creatures are running out. They're afraid. The second thing is this. There's still that chest in the center of the room that has yet to be touched.
I'm gonna start shooting it with my arrows as we're taken away.
Okay? You're starting to leave. You shoot at the arrows?
Yeah.
All right. I want you to roll just roll to hit, please.
Okay, that's fine. 18.
Okay. I'm going to say you use a couple.
Yeah.
With an 18. You shoot. You shoot. You shoot as you're getting lifted away. What you catch is this. The latch, perfectly hit, flings open, and there's some sort of eruption, some sort of ward from nearby. But thankfully, you guys are getting all lifted up and away. Your twin spelling out. You're going into pockets and corners. You're trying to get out of this room as quickly as possible from this whole scenario that seems to be compromised, but also benefit the three of you. Celine, Druzilda, and Starla. The three of you guys catch something as Huck is hitting this. That latch flaps open, and inside is Cobalt. Inside that chest.
Oh,
jeez. My gosh.
You both can pop your wings, right?
We can.
We can. So, yeah,
saving,
I guess if
because
this is
we'll
before we
only
misty step away.
Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
there's a beat.
I'm going to do my radiant soul and sprout my wings and go grab him.
Nice.
Someone grab me.
Yes, your wings are netting out. You take a moment. You're trying to somebody grab me, somebody grab me. Starla, there's a moment that you don't know what's happening, but your body is kind of shaking, and from the stress of it all, and from behind your back sprouts radiant soul as well. You have the wings.
Oh, this is weirdly familiar. Okay. All right.
Party trick.
Fahroot, Covalt's down there. We gotta get him out.
I grabbed him.
You grabbed him.
Someone
Celine goes
grabs me.
forward, swings.
I
He
radiant
looks
soul
on-
and grab Lettie.
He looks on Death's door. He actually looks moments from being turned into something as well. So he's looking like he is a step away from becoming as powerful, or if not more powerful, than the headmaster.
Can I?
I reach for. Oh, so we swoop down.
Yep, you guys are now in full flying motion. I mean, Quidditch style. You guys have grabbed everybody you possibly can. You're beginning to fly through
have
different
him?
corners and pockets.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold him down, steady. I'm going to bring out the golden soul survival.
The stake?
The soul
The golden
stake.
soul stake.
Yes.
Yes.
The golden soul stake. And is it recharged?
It seems like it might be.
And so, may I?
Yes, please.
All right. Well, Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
I'm going to guide her.
Save. Okay. You guys guidance.
While this is happening, can I stake the headmaster, or is it totally on
He's
fire?
totally in flames.
Okay.
Does that mean I get another one? It doesn't matter.
No,
I got a
that's
natural
it.
one.
No.
What happens is this. You guys are flying off into the sky. It's a beautiful night. One of the few clear nights, a few nights past the full moon. The party is going and pumping. You hear the music in the distance. See the stars in the sky. You hear the waves crashing against the cliffside of Candlekeep. And as you take a moment, you take this and you go down, and Covalt's on death's door. He is just moments away. As you go down and you stab him with the stake, successfully hoping that you can restore him. As the stake disintegrates into ash, you see energy eating away at it, reversing everything possible with his soul. You see a fight. There's a dance here.
I'm gonna put all of my good berries in his mouth.
Doesn't make a difference here.
Okay.
Not with the nat one and with the soul stick, unfortunately. But you try. You try, Huck. You're flying, and you're trying your best. You're beneath Fahroot, who had grabbed you. I'm fairly certain. And you're flying.
so
You're
I wouldn't
trying,
have been able to do it
but it
anyway.
doesn't make a difference. You shove it in his mouth. He's beyond restoring health. He was a day away from becoming a full vamp. And you hear this, Celine, in the distance. You said, "I am so sorry," and he turns into ash as you feel just wisp of what was once cobalt dissipate in the beautiful air, kind of looking like stardust, looking like glitter against the sky. As the clouds took over the moon that night, the faint sort of wind that crept through the hair of our heroines and heroes
was a solemn air, but one of resolve and power, knowing that they have achieved things that no one else had. There were several meetings, gatherings of people throughout the town, including Miriam Underground, creating monolithic books telling the story of those who had vanquished the evil headmaster's ways. Those compromised, including many students, were given a fair burial, acknowledgement, but also a warning to those of what could creep within the walls of Candle Keep. As the days pressed on, and the balls continued, and the classes where pastor failed, there was an acknowledgement that though this chapter might have ended, and this year might have just begun, the story was far from over.
Hey, I'm Kimberly Daugherty, and I play Celine Tessar.
Hi, I'm Kellen Coleman, and I play Lettie Marie Ricecroft.
Hello, I'm Ali Gonino, and I play Fahroot Ajalik.
Hi, my name is Alice Gretchen, and I play Druzilda Slendron.
Hi, I'm Erica Fermina, and I'm playing Starla Highhill.
Hi, my name's Rachel Seeley, and I am playing Huckle Oakley.
And I'm Kelly Lynn D'Angelo, your dungeon master and woman of many faces, creatures, and things unknown.
I'm Richard Quiner, and I produce this podcast in partnership with Wizards of the Coast.